As the editor of Power Motor Yacht, the best compliment I can get is when an issue inspires a reader. That can come in the form of them buying a new boat, cruising further afield, or using our boat yacht advice to make your boat better. Mike Smith recently reported on the growing trend of boaters who are opting to wrap their hulls in vinyl as an alternative to paint. Now, it's always rewarding when your boss reads your stories, but when Marine Group President Gary DeSanctis told me how much he enjoyed Mike's story on hull wrapping, I could hear the gears turning, and I knew a road trip was in my future. I spent the day at McMichael's yard in Mamaroneck, New York, shadowing the husband-wife team of Greg and Danielle Rigos from Chaos Design as they wrapped the Jeanneau 795. Now, step one of this project is hull prep. You'll want to remove everything from company logos and even your boat name because, according to Greg, that will appear through the wrap. A number of hull wrappers like Greg actually encourage yards and the owners to tackle that step if they want to help keep the cost down. For this job, they were using a metallic film from 3M, which comes in a 70-foot by 60-inch roll. From here, the project is part science, part wrestling match. Now, ideally, a project like this is done in a controlled environment like a shed, so you're not fighting against the wind and dust, but Greg and Danielle are a seasoned team, and the elements don't seem to bother them much. Now, at first, after they wrestle the super sticky vinyl to the hull, it's not much to look at. It kind of looks like a Christmas present that I try to wrap myself. But once they start working the vinyl into the hull with squeegees, it really starts taking shape. It takes a little over 2 hours to complete half the boat. The downside, if you want to call it that, is that the film is subject to rips and tears. So if you're considering this project, think about how you use your boat and how often you're bumping to the dock. Or if you're on the hook a lot and your kids like to take out the dinghy, you might want to go with a more robust option of paint. Now, another factor to consider is a lifespan. 3M breaks down the longevity into 3 geographic regions in the U.S. So if you're in the Pacific Northwest or in Maine, the vinyl might last you 7 to 10 years, but under the hot Florida sun, if your boat's not covered, it might only last a couple years. The biggest perk of this project, besides its ability to transform the look of your boat, is the cost. This job in particular costs only $150 per linear foot of LOA. Seeing Greg and Danielle in action, and watching as the 795 was transformed in just a couple hours, it's easy to see why vinyl wrap is taking off in popularity. For more on how to wrap your hull, head on over to pmymag.com/hullwrap. For more expert advice on how to make your boat even better, subscribe to Power Motor Yacht. Spring is here. We'll see you guys on the water.